Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips, and today we are going to be continuing our restoration project with the 1986 Lamborghini LP400S low body custom built replica restoration project. Today we're actually going to be working with the Dakota digital remote entry system, which is part of what powers the automatic doors. We've spent a few weeks going through tracing all the electric, making sure all the electric was connected, all of the door latches are working properly, the switches are working properly, and all of them tested fine. So today we're going to be testing this and then making sure that it's powered correctly with the battery. If not, we're running new electric. So that will enable us to open the doors with the remote entry buttons, and then also from the inside there's buttons on the dash that will also open them from the inside. So let's get started.
Okay, these are the switches here. This is the driver's side, passenger side door switches. Once this is all working properly, these will trigger the doors to be opened from the inside of the car. We've tested the electric as mentioned already, and everything's fine. The current's coming in from the battery correct. And then we have the door latches, which have also been tested. That's the door latch from the inside that basically opens and closes to release the actual latch right through here. The latch would come in, and then when this right here is pushed back, that's what then will release it. And that is triggered by the actual mechanical unit. There's a motor in here that'll push that out, that will release it and then pull it back. Or there's a manual. You see the hole right there? There's normally a ring that goes through there with a pull lever that's been removed right now. But you can also have, there's a manual emergency release that you can pull to trigger that as well. This is the manual lever right here. There's obviously a bushing that goes there to finish that, but we've taken all of that apart. But basically, if you need to open the door, you can just pull that.
First thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to test the power coming to that digital Dakota box. Make sure that we're getting the full voltage from the battery. Okay, that's a fully charged battery. We're getting 13.3 volts. That's excellent. Now let's go ahead and test the actual remote entry box, make sure that that's functioning properly as well.
Next thing we need to do is we need to test the voltage coming into the Dakota digital box, which would be then the harness here inside the car, as you can see it right there. So we're going to test, because that's where the leads are coming in from the battery and the ground. So let's make sure that those are testing good to make sure that the power is coming into the box correctly. Okay, as you can see, we're not getting any reading. So there's either a bad connection somewhere or a bad ground. We're going to go ahead and try to trace that. If not, we're just going to rerun the ground and the 12 volts directly with new wiring to ensure that it's a good connection.
All right, so I went ahead around new electric, still not getting this receiver to respond properly. So I went ahead and opened it up, checking out all of the leads and the connections. Everything looks good. So, going to try it again. Worst case scenario, I'm going to have to replace this whole box. Or I could just hardwire the interior switches, so you'll just be able to open the doors from the inside, but then you've got the downside of you won't be able to do the automatic opening from the outside. It'll have to be manual. So we continue on. All right, you can see here we've done a lot of rewiring there under the dash, try to get these doors connected properly. Going to do another test, and then if that doesn't work out, got to start from square one again. So let's see what happens. Well, these are some of the bad electrical connections that I'm running into in this vehicle. Some of these things are decades old, and some of them were done by the previous owner and just done a very poor job. Here's another one here that I just pulled out that was two wires connected right here, and just terrible job. So I'm pretty much going to go through and redo all of the connections just to ensure that the connections are good and the current is flowing well. So that's it.
Here from the inside, there's a manual release, as we talked about earlier. So normally you would have the button here, that would be the automatic doors, which are currently not working. We've tested everything. Unfortunately, it looks like we may have to replace the actual receiver unit from Dakota Digital, and that'll be the main power box that controls the automatic locks for the remote entry and also for these buttons to work to power the doors. In the meantime, we have here, there's a little lever. All you do is just give it a little pull, and the door is still open manually for an emergency release or if you want to bypass the electric. So there's still a way to get out once you're into the vehicle. Well, pretty much coming up to the end of our episode for today. Was hoping to get a lot more done with the door. Unfortunately, that did not happen. Looks like I'm going to have to reorder the receiver box so I can get that wired. We've tested the locks on the doors. We tested the switches. We tested the current. Everything looks good. So we're down to just that box that looks like it needs to be replaced so we can get these automatic doors working. Right now, we'll just be using the manual releases and go from there. There's the manual release there on the passenger side. Give it a good pull. Thanks for watching this episode of Andy's Garage. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring that bell to get the notifications as we continue to release new videos. And as always, we thank you for your support and for viewing, and we'll see you next time.